Alright, Twitch is back. We gotta figure out YouTube now. Come on, Twitch, you got this. You got this, Twitch. Come on. Come on. There we are. That is... oh. That is infuriating. Alright. Well, now I have to hope that that's working. Don't I? I have to hope that that's working now. Alright. It happens. It happens. We're just gonna have to put up with it. We're just gonna have to put up with it. The worst part is, right, because, like, I'm streaming to multiple services, I only have the Streamlabs, you know, thing doing. Alright. Alright. We have to hope that that does enough now. That's really upsetting. I'm really sorry about that. Ugh. That's frustrating beyond belief. Alright. Anyway, enough of that. We need to get back to doing this. Should build a Twitch account for... Maybe, look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I might try and make the full switch to Twitch. If YouTube is gonna give me problems, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna cancel my Prime subscription. Not Twitch Prime. I don't even have that. Like the Streamlabs OBS Prime service that they have. Because if this happens again, not gonna be a happy camper. Not gonna be a happy camper whatsoever. But the good news is that the people on Twitch are kind of, you know, they're still here. They're still kicking. Still enjoying themselves, which is what matters. As what matters above everything else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just really, really upsetting when stuff like that happens. Just, like, let me know if, you know, it either A, buffers again, or if it B, just completely goes green. Because quite frankly, I don't know what the problem is there. I think that's just a YouTube thing. And, you know, if that persists into the future, I really hope it doesn't. If that persists, there's every possibility that we just have to axe YouTube streaming. Go, be free, my feral friend. That was... Because what that tells me, right, is that it's a, you know, a streaming issue. And it's a streaming issue particular to YouTube. So, I don't know. The thing that it popped up, right, that it gave me was like, ooh, YouTube doesn't support interlaced streaming. Well, like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm a small fry. You think I understand these fancy little terms? No. No, don't kid yourself. Anyway. Anyway. We're gonna hope and pray that that doesn't happen again. Because I really don't want that to happen. Anyway, we're just gonna go back to, you know... I'm gonna go back to drawing dead guys, because, you know, this is a, you know, really happy music, but this is actually, you know, kind of grim stuff. I'll be completely honest. Be completely honest with you. It's not a nice comic. not a nice comic. It has its nice moments, which, you know, thank goodness, otherwise it's just gonna be a really dreary, you know, almost boring, you know, Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan show. If it ever happens again, you should write a strongly worded letter to Susan. Oh, I should. Oh, Susan, please, please, please. I know I have a small channel, Susan. I know I'm not the Sidemen. I know I'm not Logan Paul, but please, Susan. Please, Susan. This is some bullshit. I'm not a fan of it. Not a happy camper. Dear. Oh yeah, it's a 1911, which means it has a rounded barrel. Cool. Gunsmoke. Wait, the CZO is named Susan? Yeah, Susan Wojcicki. Don't you know? Don't you know about this? This is something this is like public record. That explains a lot. That's fantastic. I don't think I've giggled that much in a message in quite a while. Anyway, there is a good reason we are drawing all of these guys as like facing away the camera, because quite frankly, I don't want to like depict blood in a webtoons, and you'll probably realize that the way that I'm going to be censoring blood is I don't know, it is rather avant-garde. Let's give you a bit of a taste. So yeah, going to be using a flower trail. I'm sure the type of flower that, you know, sorry, not blood splatter is. I'm sure that has nothing of any relevance. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's like, oh, I see you have been kablooied in the side of the neck. Flowers. Make it a maroon color? Nah. Nah. Nah, we gotta keep things colorful, you see. There is a big reason that we use flowers. It's mostly because, like, when Smash Brothers went about, adapting the Persona 5, you know, final finishing moves, whatever it's called. In the game, like, literal spurts of blood, you know, the Last Samurai style, that come out of the characters and do all that. But in Smash Brothers, you know, PG game, they can't exactly do that, so they do like nice little sparkles instead. And I like that. I like that way of censoring blood. And if, you know, if we can have a story implication, then I'll go and do that. Anyway. Crystal's here! Pog, how you doing? How's it going? It's been ages since we've seen Crystal in chat. How you doing? Keeping well, I hope. Oh, I've got to do the whole friggin' thing over here. Ugh, not going to be fun. Oh, you know what? We're gonna move this back just a little bit. Cool. Cool. Censorship. Shush. Shush, 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 shush. Censorship is for companies who want to make money. Because when you think about it, that's really what the purpose of censorship is, at least in like the modern sense. And, you know, maybe, you know, probably in the past as well. Because really, there's two types of censorship. Censorship under the guise of capitalism or under the guise of government. And more often than not, it's usually under the guise of capitalism and, you know, privatized media. That's really what censorship is at the end of the day. Resurrected Steve Irwin versus Aquaman. Aquaman wins. Sorry, they're just, you know. Let the people say Salo. I assume that is something of importance. I do not know that. Anyway, let's see. Well, like. Alright, shoe, all that, all that. Alright, that's all done. Cool. How mad would I be if I added wild gay to everything when describing my actions? Bruh. Bruh, that's so rude of you. Do it. Do it, I dare you. I triple dog dare you. Cool. That's a thing. Now I just have to worry about all of this now. Cool! It only took us, what, like 30 minutes? Mostly because of, like, the friggin' stream crashing. That was so sick. Oh, I liked that so much. That, like, oh. That made me think, wow, I enjoy this platform. I enjoy live streaming to this platform so much. Right, are we using the correct pen? We are. Sweet, we love to see that. Cool, that's what we like to see. I mean, technically true, right? Also, what the hell is Aquamoon versus Aquaman? Bruh. Oh, because I said Aquaman. Bruh. Bruh, that's so mean. That's so mean. So mean, why do you have to be mean to me? Cool. He can't pronounce. MrMewzer versus the best bangers and mash you've ever had. Oh, the bangers and mash win out every single time. I mean, bangers and mash is just an S tier dinner, isn't it? Like, if you have never had, you know, a good bratwurst sausage, potato mash, and gravy, you have not lived. I'm telling you right now, you have not lived. You can have the perfect American cheeseburger, you can have the best Japanese sushi on the planet. No. If you haven't had proper bangers and mash, forget it. Forget it. Not worth your time. Not worth it. Not worth living. No. You can't pronounce Aquaman while... Could I pronounce Aquaman while straight? Is that what you're saying? Kinda weird, man. Kinda weird. Oh, Nitro. Life update, I got a job, see you later. Oh my goodness. Do I consider bacon S tier? Absolutely. Do I consider pigs in blankets like a triple S tier? Yes. Also, life update, very, very good Nitro. We love to see our boys getting jobs. Or our girls. Our NB pals. Our everyone's. We love to see chatters getting jobs. Hope you're having a lovely, lovely time, Nitro. They might not even be in chat, so let's like, no, whatever. 2, 3, bruh. So what do you want to plan to finish today? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense, Vucky, and you know it. Hopefully, I want to finish the sketches for literally all of these panels. Like this one here, this one here. I won't do the gun. That's something I'm doing in my spare time. This one here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. This will be easier, because it's like, you know, it's symmetrical. And, you know, I've already done, I don't even know if I should give him a name. But I've already done his ref sheet, so it's like, whatever. I can just go back and... Oh dear. MrMewzer versus this guy. It's not really a versus thing. It's, you know, how can you it would be like punching a mirror, really, because like if anything, this comic is just a reflection of my creativity. Or an expression. No, an expression of my creativity, what am I saying? Look, TLDR, I enjoy working on this. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy working on it. And sure, there are days when I'm like, I want to be a lazy fuck and do nothing on this comic, but you know, that's no way to treat a hobby. But you know what? I enjoy doing it. That's why I write it, that's why I draw it. Oh, okay, no, fine. Okay, cool. There we go. Easy peasy. Lovely. Do I... Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, you two. I do not. I do not like. I do not like anything of what's happening right now. It's like, bruh, I'm just trying to do my things. I'm just trying to draw my silly little gay cat comic. Y'all out here like, do you have a narcissist complex? Oh, goodness. We're not unpackaging this whole can of worms. Goodness gracious. Alright, well, okay. Final, because I'm like a complete pushover, I'm gonna give you this, and you're never gonna talk about it ever again. And if you talk about it ever again, polite ignorance is gonna be my policy. My body has a curious thing about it. Let's call it an uneven distribution, shall you say. There are parts that are very attractive, there are parts that are very unattractive. There is a reason why I don't show my face. Because like the voice, everyone's like, oh, you got such a nice voice. If you saw my face that came packaged with this voice, people would be like, ah, that's what you look like? Trust me, not worth it. Not worth it. There is a reason why, shall we say, masked YouTubers stay that way. And I'm not a YouTuber, but you know, same principle. Same principle. We need to draw styles properly, and Q, you're asking questions which you know you're not going to get the answer to. 2 heads? No. 2 faces? Maybe. 8 billion people, 16 billion faces, am I right? You're one of those VTubers? Perhaps. Perhaps I am. Oh, goodness, I'm silly. Alright. Yeah, no, I figured out what I was doing wrong. I think if I do the same thing, I think you do if you got a fursuit head. Yeah, just to keep the magic. Yeah, I get that. You know what? I've kind of toyed with the idea of, you know, if I went to a con, how would I present myself? And I genuinely think getting sort of like a protogen, and don't get me wrong, it's going to be expensive as all hell. But if any of this ended up working out, I think what I'd end up getting is like a protogen mask with like LEDs on the front. And speakers in my pockets so I can just, you know, walk around the con space blasting lo-fi tunes and sort of like having that appear as like a waveform on the mask. I think that would be cool. That's how I'd go about things. So I'd have the head, I'd have like, I don't know, black gloves or, you know, whatever. And yeah, I don't know, I'd deadass go to a con in like a suit, like in a navy suit. I would do that. Oh yeah, and we gotta like put on the tail, but you know, whatever. That's just whatever. That's like best case scenario, I think that's something I would do. I present myself as a slab of stone ready to support you and be a defense for people. There we go. Anyway, we need to keep this up, you know. I should be like those cool kids and draw pentagrams on my hand with a buck. Cool kid, you think? I don't know. Kinda weird, bro. Kinda weird. Not to say being weird is bad, but being weird is, oof. Boy, it can be a lot sometimes. Seriously though, like, ooh. I was never a goth in school, I'll be completely honest with you. I like hung around those types of, you know, like the angsty teens, but, you know, I was never one myself. It just never suited me. Mostly because, like, I was an innocent little bean back then. And I'm still a little bean now, but, you know. Keyword that I left out in that script. Anyway, we're gonna draw his no, his suspenders should be like down here, which is fine. Yep. Oh, really? Do you know? Do you know? Oh, goodness, Q. Resident badass over here. Ooh. Ooh. Silly. I have no clue what you're talking about. Alright, time to be a little bit quicker with how I draw, because I'll be honest with you, not being quick at the moment. Yes, I realize how small I've made his head, and yes, I will be fixing that. As well as the placement of this eye. I mean, goodness gracious. Yeah. Increase the size, and it'll be like swoop. There we go. Ayo, Rouse is almost completely timed perfectly to the song. Let's go. Let's go, fluffy goat boy. Let's go. Pop off. Pop off, king. forgot your cat's Legend of Ender. I have no clue what you're talking about, Vucky. You have a... I do not. When did I talk about this? That's weird. Where are the first 22 streams? Unlisted. Unlisted. They should be in a playlist called past live streams. Anyway, that was panel 3. I'm gonna take a brief break while I go off and get some snackies, and I'll be right back. Righty. All right. Wait, you can't find it maybe because there was a Mewzer that... Bruh, I've got no clue what you're talking about. Alrighty. Yeah, this panel's done. Then we got this panel. This is going to be a little bit tricky, but I think we can do it. With a degree of confidence. Got panel 5, panel 6, panel 7, panel 8. I've got 5 panels left to do. We can do this. What on earth? Bucky, what are you talking about? Do I watch Blue Collar Den? That is not a show over here. I've never heard of it. Let's get rid of panel 4 just so I can... 2, 3, 4... Oh, it was panel 4. Oops, my bad. Alright, in roughs we need to get rid of that. And then that, and then we'll be left with that. It's not a show, it's a furry YouTube channel. Still not aware of it. Like, apologies, just not aware of it. No. That's, Q, that is not me. Yeah, my apologies. Sorry for any misunderstanding. It's another person I know. Any, you know, my bad, my bad. Anyway, panel 4, that's where we were. Cool. Well, I figured it wasn't you because you were so sure you didn't have your face anywhere. Alright, that's fair enough, Koo. because there'll be like 900 or so if they just took that philosophy. I think there was a good video. I'll see if I can find it now. It's called "Pokemon is Becoming a Logistical Nightmare." Very, very interesting video. I'm just gonna have a look at it for you. I think it's by a guy called Foxcade, if I'm not mistaken. Foxcade. Yeah, how Pokemon became a logistical nightmare of design. Video by Foxcade, 40 minutes. Very, 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 very good video. I would highly recommend that you guys go check that out. This video right here. Cool. Anyway, back to back to sketching, I should say. As soon as it hits Megalovania, we're just going back to the beginning, by the way. That's just something I'm not putting up with. Not because I hate Megalovania. Well, kinda. It was played in front of the Pope. So, you know, take that as you will. It was certainly a surreal moment, shall we say. There we go. Shout out to all the cat tattoos. Oh dear. I see I've infected you with my everything. Yes, yes. Go cat tattoos. Go cat tattoos indeed. think Megalovania plays now, doesn't it? Yep, alright, we're not having this. Bye bye, bye bye. No, 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 no. Shut the website off. There you go. Not having it. There we go. Back to here. There we go. Cool, that's done now. Oh, goody. Styles is the looks, Butch is the muscle, Clive is the brains, Prefect is the rookie, Eve is the angel. Interesting. Oh, boy, we love Butch. Butch is our favorite boy, we love him. That's an interesting... You know what? Not bad. Not half bad. You know what, Angel, you know, Mercy type, I'm about that. I agree with you there. There we go. Oh, come on. What's going on there? There it is. Anyway, why am I deliberating so much over this guy's freaking ears and fingers and whatever? Cool. Can styles run really fast? Yes! You are correct. I don't know, like, I always wanted to envision Styles as more of the athletic type. So I gave him an athlete's physique. And I sort of modeled him after a fairly athletic cat. So yeah, that's kind of the reasoning why I did that, if I'm being honest. When did I start designing Styles though? Oh, that's a good question. I think as early as 2018. No. Yes. I think like late 2018 is when I started like doodling him in a way that was similar to how he's shown now. Because before, like, you know how character design works. Most of my characters start out as ideas, and then I'm like, I'll just get it, or at least in the beginning. I think with the main characters, they all started as ideas. And, you know, the main villains, they all started out as ideas. Or, like, you know, the odd character design that I would just come up with on a whim. But I think nowadays I'm mostly designing characters to fit a certain role in the story. Like, Eve is a very relatively recent character of mine. Like, I didn't have a good design for her until, like, I don't know. I think as I was working on Chapter 3. That's really when I had a firm idea about, you know, what Eve should look like. Because until then, like, Eve, you know, Eve Amathai, that's her full name. You know, married to Kabir Amathai's, you know. Like, her name, sort of like, in my working memory was just Medic. Because, like, that was the role that she was eventually going to, you know, fulfill while she was in the group, is the medic. So I've basically just done that a couple of times. Like, for example, this guy's name right here. You know, he goes by many aliases, but he doesn't really have a name, and I think I want to keep it that way. But in my head, I've always known him as the mentor. And so Styles always had his name before I realized his role, although I had a good idea about his role in the group as I was designing him, but I was never like, I should have a role of, you know, the quick guy or whatever, like blah blah blah. Like Styles came before the idea, and sort of the idea molded around him. Modern characters that I'm designing now, I'm kind of like figuring out what they should be doing in the story before I even figure out their final design. Which is okay. It's led me to create a couple of characters that I'm really liking so far. Like, character you'll get to see at the end of this chapter is a character called Ivar. And I'm really, really excited to show him off, because I think he is, you know, one of my better designed characters. One of my more interesting designed characters by far as well. Yeah, big fan of Ivar, honestly. I think you'll really like him, Ku. Are you gonna cameo the Baron from The Cat Returns? Oh my goodness, I don't even know what that is. The Cat Returns? What the hell is that? Oh! I've never... Is this a Ghibli film? Yeah, it's Studio Ghibli. I've never seen this. Genuinely never seen this, but you know what? You've given me an interesting anime to put on my list. It looks really, really weird, but you know what? I'm all about weird. Beckett, I'll go with it. I'm curious what this anime is about now. I can watch it on Netflix? Bruh, we're doing that. We're doing that. Not now, but like later. absolutely doing that. As a shy but noble high school student, blah blah blah, who has a suppressed ability to talk with cats. Prince Loon, Prince of the Cat Kingdom, as a thanks, the cats give Haru gifts of catnip and mice, and she is offered the prince's hand in marriage. This is weird. Fuck it, we'll watch it. Oh goodness. I've never seen it. Yeah, I know I'm a cat furry. Bruh. The problem with making characters is you gotta make them have goals that can change and be dynamic. Yes and no. I have one character that's kind of like that. I think there's certainly a division in my mind about like sort of like characters that are willing to kind of just go with the flow of things, or characters that really want to step out and have their own freedom. I think there's a distinction that I make in, like, you know, the terms of characters that I write. Because there's certainly a couple of characters, like, for example, the mentor down here starts out as being entirely a, sort of a man of labor, a man of work, and a man of jobs. But Cassie herself is like a free-spirited, you know, college goer. So yeah. Yeah, there's certainly a distinction in my mind between like the two types of people. And certainly like how I'm gonna write them going forward. Oh, this needs to move in just a little bit. And so does this. And so does this. Alright. Oh, we need to move all of this up a little bit. Move this up a little bit, move it all up just a little bit, There we go. What do you think about some cartoons only having 8 fingers? What, like The Simpsons and all of that? I mean, it's a funny gag. And, like, in all the pieces of material associated with The Simpsons, they always make the joke about, oh, you know, 1 thumb, 3 fingers. And, like, 4 sets of toes. I think, in the, like... I think there's multiple jokes made by the Doctor character. I don't remember what his name is. About having a perfectly born baby with 4 fingers and 4 toes on each hand and foot. Which is absurd to us, because, like, obviously that's not how it works in real life. But in the Simpsons universe, it's, you know, it's fair game. And, like, every birth certificate in The Simpsons, or, like, every single baby photo or, you know, collage, or whatever. I have a Simpsons family scrapbook which is kind of like this fictional little doohickey that they released. And all of the, you know, handprints and footprints are all, they're all 4 toes and 4 fingers. No one bats an eye. I don't know, I think it's funny. Alright, panel 5 time. Am I a Simpsons fan? Moderately speaking. Like, something I did throughout all of Halloween last year was just go through all of the Treehouse of Horrors. But no, I haven't actually watched the whole of The Simpsons from start to finish. I wouldn't say I'm a fan in that regard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, connection's restored. That's good. That's good. There we go. Right, well, we've been doing this for almost an hour. Treehouse of Horrors can get away with so much blood and gore. I know, right? Best part of that series in my regard. If I'm being completely honest. Back, you can't leave. Dude getting just... I don't know how Treehouse of Horror was rated back then. But I'll have to ask, because, you know, it was the weird period of, like, you know, Fox Network shows, you know, getting away with showing blood and gore and whatever on Halloween. And, like, literally at the beginning of every single episode, they say, now be careful, this episode is going to show a lot of scary stuff and a lot of gore and blood and blah blah blah. And they kind of like make fun of the fact that people still write into them regardless about like, ooh, how dare you show this filth to our children. It's like, bruh. I mean, shockingly, Simpsons was incredibly liberal for its time, especially being aired on Fox, which, you know... But yeah, I think the glory days of Fox Network properties are kind of gone. I don't know what you're talking about, Vaki. No clue what you're talking about. always love the parents complaining about their children being exposed to. That they can stop their children from watching. Like, wow, you gotta be a parent with your kids? Sure. Yeah. I always like the complaint about, I always like those parents, right? That will complain to others when their children are being exposed to awful stuff. But when they as parents are being criticized, they'll, you know, they'll turn around and say, how dare you tell me how to be a parent? I think those people are rather funny. In my personal opinion. But I don't know. I am a chaos. I am a being of chaos, that is. Being of chaos or a double agent from hell? I ain't no agent. I ain't no agent. What are you talking about? Okay, he's looking down. His ears should be like off to the side somewhere. Cool. Bruh. Bruh, Vucky, why do you always have to be this way? Cringe. Kringle. Kringle. Kringle, why do you have to be like this, my dude? Oh, the Catholic What do you mean hated? I'm joking, of course. That was a fun time to grow up. Fun is not exactly the word I would say. Aware of the sarcasm, I know, I know. Yeah, height of I wouldn't say the height of homophobia is the 80s. The height of, you know, gay rights activism is certainly the 80s. Yeah, not a fun time. Not a fun time, especially for a lot of young queer folk who are just trying to do their best to get by. This all sucked. It sucks so much. I'm gonna have to stop here for a second because, like, my back is. Homosexual community to Satanists. Yep, also comparing the homosexual community to pedophiles. It's very, very concerning time to grow up in. There we go. I hate the bots, they're so annoying. Come on. There we go. My new show, the boss, is the same name as me, so nickname myself Polar. They asked me why, and I almost explained why, but you ultimately said that you just like polar bears. Yeah. Nice tactics. Nice tactics indeed. Oh my goodness. There's a good reason why I'm doing this on another layer, because I have every intention of blowing this up so it can be bigger. Because like right now, very small. Very small. Has it been 2 hours? Basically. It'll be 2 hours in like 15 minutes, and I might wrap it up there. Done. In 2 hours, that's like 30 minutes of panel. That's doable. I could do the bottom guy really easily, because it's just like it'll just be like a front on. But yeah, I think once I finish up with Clive here, I think I'm gonna be done. Holy shit. Down a little bit. I think I know what I need to do to, like, make this not look nightmarish. Oops. Alright, that's done. Is Clive the type of person to leave a good tip at a restaurant? Of course. Of course. He's a very gracious man. And a very thankful man as well. He's not the type that's, you know, spoiled or entitled. There's another man who's like that. But we haven't met him yet. At least not in the literal sense. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel sore. There's a reason why I try to do things in like 2-hour blocks and then have a little break in between. Because if you're doing hours upon hours on ends, that's just not healthy for you. You need to get up and stretch every once in a while. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. If I'm being honest. Because I'm pretty happy with all the sketch work we've done so far. I can literally go over, do the mentor based on, like, my, the breath sheet that I did up for him. And I think, yeah, I think that'll be a good afternoon job. But yeah, that's everything that we're going to do for today. Yeah, nice seeing you again as well, Ku. Really happy to get back into the swing of things, you know. And I have a couple of Twitch things that I might end up trying to set up, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Picardo is completely munted, and our one Twitch viewer is just, you know, sitting and vibing. So yeah, I'm going to go now. Thanks so much, and very best of luck with your art. Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.